All right, let's document this. I sprayed Roundup everywhere, missed a few spots. Just went back and resprayed all the green that you see. A lot of this is fine fescue under here, under the tree, and some other spots. And then we got weeds popping up. This whole area is going to be a bed, so we wanted to kill all the grass in that. This whole area is going to be redone, but we're not focusing on that. Just rounding up everything sprayed. Next step. So there used to be trees here, and when they were taken down, there's lots of sticks and debris all over here, so gotta rake first. Okay, just finished raking up the entire lawn. There was so much debris. So you can see all of that is gone. Okay, it's starting to get dark, starting to get late. Just got the grass seeds spread, and I put this down right around 8 to 10 pounds per thousand. So you can kind of see how thick I sowed the seed. And it's like that throughout the whole thing. Whew. And here we are, March 21st. And here is the lawn. Some bare areas through here. Tons of weeds, like a lot more weeds than I was expecting. But not the worst germination in the world. Got a lot to do today. Debris in the lawn. Got to clean up all these leaves. Lots of branches and sticks and stuff all throughout here. So I got to clean all that up. And then we got to put down fertilizer, weed control, and lime. So here's a very obvious area. Lots of chickweed and just this ground covering coming up all through here. I need to get the grass to actually grow. So that's where we're gonna feed it today. So anyway, got my Scott spreader. Lawn fertilizer analysis 2905. And then we got 5 bags of lime. Well, I definitely accomplished my goal with that fertilizer. Holy crap, do you see all these weeds? There's some grass. There's so many weeds. I'm starting to cut. I just did my first pass. But holy. So I gotta cut it, get a nice cut on it, and then it's time to spray. Okay, so we got our cut, but just so we can kind of understand what's going on. Tons of henbit everywhere. Out here in this lighter green stuff, this is all chickweed. And the thing is, like, there's plenty of grass underneath all this crap, you know? So hopefully the mow I did today will definitely start to make it grow more. All this chickweed. Look at her. Going crazy. Might have to do another spray, to be honest. It might take 2 or 3 sprays. Whew. Okay. Last week of May. And it has been crazy hot. I just cut it. Also put down some fertilizer and some weed control because we have all of this speedwell popping up everywhere. Still maintaining some decent color, with the exception of these spots these are dead weeds. Dead chickweed. That's what all that is. Dead chickweed in there. And some of that shit. It's actually come a long way. Rhododendron blooming. All right, now it's June 14th. You may see some of these brown spots. That's because I killed the shit out of those weeds, and in the process, I stressed the turf out to the point where mad disease kind of came in these spots. Really, really bad disease all through here. However, I think it'll recover, and I can actually mow some stripes now. And that's what all these brown spots are. Just the grass stressed out a little bit, and I didn't want to stress it out as much as I did going into June or July, but it is what it is. I think I can mow it out for the most part. I'm trying not to do too much disease. These weeds are toast. This is them curling up. Look at them. They're done. But I'm done feeding it, until seeding. I'll put down some starter fertilizer. Gotta do a soil test and that kind of thing. Mowed again. Mowed it in 5 days, so there's hardly anything. I actually mulched it this time, but I did some double wide stripes. I think that looks pretty good, but yeah, the brown patch is definitely breaking out. Like, this is a really bad spot right here. You know, there may be even a little bit of gray leaf spot in here too. Disease aside, you know, I'm actually really happy with how this is turning out and looking now. I have a lot of these clumps of things. I'm gonna dig all of this out. There's quite a bit of it in here. Whatever that is, it's like, I don't even know what that is. My mower seems to keep missing these blades. Like, that's not okay. These blades like that. I mean, they're laying over. I don't know if my mower just doesn't have the suction to pick it up or not, but okay, we gotta cut again. And I did the double wides again. So anyway, we got tons and tons of disease, and it's actually sprinkling right now. We actually have a lot of turf laying over flat like this. Soil test results, they were shipped out last Wednesday. This is where my last year's renovation stopped. Right here, in line with the front corner of the house there. This is what we're taking on this year. This is Japanese stilt grass, and it is a plague. I gotta kill all of this, all of it in the woods. I hate that stuff. I'm doing this professionally. I hate that stuff. I do not want it in this lawn, and there's already a ton of it in here. So, but again, tons of debris. The hard part is going to be all these rocks. We're on top of a mountain here, so there's lots of shale. Everything green you see back here is going to be Roundup. Anyway, literally, all of this is Japanese stilt all throughout here. I'd go as far as say about 75% of what you see back here is that crap. So I haven't cut in like a week, and so some of it is a little overgrown, but it's just extreme heat right now. We caught some showers today, cooled it off. Last little lawn update. Got pretty much all this cleared. Just need to get this debris picked up, and then this will be part of the lawn. There's some issues over there. I also started raking this section, clearing out all of that debris. There is quite a bit of moss. I'm actually gonna have to use a moss killer on that. Maybe I can rake it all up, but that's as far as I got raking. It's 100 degrees today. Not as bad as I was thinking in my head. I just remember raking this front, and I don't know, I guess I made it worse in my head than it really is. Okay, July 14th. Look at that heat stress. I mean, it's amazing, like, what's retaining color and what isn't. The closer you get to trees is when things start to really be checking out. But we have some surprise guests. What was that one? Look at that. I'm hand pulling these. It's as simple as going down here, finding the base of the plant. I highly doubt I'm gonna get the whole root, and that's okay. I know I didn't get the whole root mass. Can you see that? Yeah. So we're just gonna go through, pick these out. I didn't get any root on that one. That one's coming back, but there's no pre-emergent. There's another one, and another one, and another one. And I've already walked the whole thing to show you this other one. She is not crabgrass. This is what I was talking about in my last video. This goddamn Japanese stilt grass. I'm gonna pull it, and you know, if it comes back, I am gonna smack this with the Roundup when I start spraying out the back. So yeah, there's that stilt grass. Here was that seed. I don't know if you guys remember that big bare spot that was right here that I seeded. it's really struggling. That was back in the spring. I want to say like late April, early May. I can't remember 100%. But anyway, I've sprayed these suckers multiple times. This tree right here used to be a sumac. That's what this is. Sumac. It's popping up all down here in the rock. That was a sumac plant that I smacked with Roundup, and it took a while to die, but it is definitely dead. Okay, now I gotta get to work. Today is July 30th, 2021. It is 8:30 in the morning. You probably aren't used to seeing the sun over there when I film. There's a lot of disease, and I actually just came from Lowe's. I got a bunch of stuff to help me with the renovation in the back, which we'll talk about in a sec. But I went ahead and pulled the trigger and bought the disease control. I'll show you the bag in a little bit, but I'm really glad I did. So a lot of this out here is heat stress. This whole area here just seems to hold a lot more water, and it's keeping the plant alive, but it's also allowing disease to go crazy. So let's get in here and take a closer look. I've identified 3 for sure. Here, I've been here since 7:30, and there was no mycelium anywhere, so there is no pythium. But there is tons of dollar spot, brown patch, and gray leaf spot. Look at that blade. Whew. Got 8 up. And today is August 2nd, and you smell that in the air? That's the smell of Roundup. What's interesting is all that raking you saw me doing, that was done on a Friday. This is a Monday. I didn't have time to get the Roundup sprayed then. But you see some of these browner hues over here. It's really bad over there where it gets a lot more sun. But the raking I did was so aggressive that it really, really stressed out what I was trying to kill. I didn't know that was going to happen. I should have sprayed Roundup that day before the stress really set in. So I really don't know how this is going to play out. So temperatures this week are low. They are a high of 86 all week. Everything else is low 80s and high 70s, surprisingly, for August, this first week of August. So I'm hoping that will allow specifically the Japanese stiltgrass to take in the Roundup. Anyway, I took advantage of the cool period because I wanted things to green back up. So I put down a little bit of disease cure because we had brown patch, dollar spot, gray leaf spot everywhere. It greened up a lot. Now there are patches that just did not come back. And I have not done a close-up inspection of these areas yet. There is some green in here. I know a lot of people have been talking about armyworms. Apparently armyworms are really bad this year in a lot of places. And you can see, you know, these wild cherry trees that we're in the process of removing. They just dropped so many leaves and debris. That could also be a major contributing factor to these weaker areas, is just the choking effect that this much debris causes. And it really is overwhelming. It's really hard to keep up with. All right, August 24th. Got a great kill off in this backyard. A lot of debris that has fallen in the 2 weeks since I sprayed. Now, luckily, I have an old Husqvarna ride-on tractor. Going around to the front. Oh, here's a nice green strip. I totally missed. I'll be spraying that today. We're seeding this Sunday. I'm sorry, this Saturday. Side yard got a good kill off. And we are ready to aerate. Just checking things out. There's some cleanup I am going to do tonight. I'm going to mow. I'm going to try and clean up the majority of these. Whatever I can't get, I'll blow. Whatever I can't blow, I'll rake. And that's it, man. That's it. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'll get this moving.